Hey sis, have you ever felt like you've been through so much and after everything you've been through, you don't want to feel like that again? You just don't. You've been through too much. You've been through so much. And after everything you've been through, you're like, I don't want to do this again. It's been too much. It's like part of you wants to heal, but then another part of you just want to protect yourself at all costs. Yeah, so now it's like you're more guarded, more cautious, more aware. hmm But sis, while that may feel safer, it also feels like different because you don't want to lose your ability to love or your ability to trust or your ability to feel deeply. But you just don't want to be hurt again. Nobody wants to be hurt over and over and over. So let's talk about it. Because, like, healing from betrayal is not about, like, becoming harder. It's not about becoming harder, it's about becoming whole. hmm And there's a difference. Yeah, because when we don't heal properly, we don't just, like, protect ourselves, we start to close ourselves off. Yeah, you start to close yourself off. And what happens is you stop expecting good things, you stop trusting people, you start moving from fear instead of just moving, you start moving from fear instead of from peace. And then what happens is it's like over time, that can quietly change who you are if you're not careful. Yep. But true healing, it doesn't take away your softness. What it does is true healing strengthens your discernment. hmm It doesn't make you cold when you're healing. It's not that you're cold, it just makes you more wise. And that's where the healing really begins. It's like not by rushing forward, not by slowing down, but the first step is just pausing before you react. Instead of just being reactionary, just I'm ready to pop off. You know what? You're not doing this to me again. No, just pause. Just pause before you react. Because when you've been hurt, your pain, it will try to speak for you. Yeah. If the pain is speaking for you, you're just gonna pop off and you just be like, you know what, I'm not gonna deal with anybody like that again. You fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. I'm never gonna deal with people like that again. I'm never gonna let nobody do that to me again. So then you start having like that type of mindset and that type of mentality. Yep. But healing requires you to create space so you can respond from like clarity, not from emotion. Yep. And then the second step is that realizing that the real wound, you have to realize what that is and where the real wound is coming from. Like, where's the actual hurt? Because sometimes what you're reacting to on the surface is not at the root of what the problem is, like at the root of it. I say root, but it's the root of it. You guys know what I mean. And so you want to ask yourself, like, is it trust that was broken? Because, like, what is the root problem? Like, what hurt so bad? Like, was it that trust was broken? Was it that it was abandonment? Was it disappointment? Um, because you can't efficiently and honestly heal from what you haven't actually identified. So that's why it's important to identify what the hurt is. What is the root of the problem? Is it trust? Lack of trust? Is it lack of safety? Is it abandonment? Was it disappointment? You know what I mean? Like, what is the root of the problem? And then the third step is that you want to be honest about like your expectations. Okay. What do I mean by that? Because sometimes, like, part of the pain, it actually comes from what we believed would never happen. Like, we didn't think this person would do that. We didn't think these people would do that. We did not think that this would happen from this individual or these people or out of this situation. We did not think that that was going to happen. So part of the pain actually comes from what we believe would never happen. Would never happen. Like, this person, I never would have thought they would have did this, and that floored me. You know what I mean? Like, if you're thinking like that, or if that is really the reality, like, you never thought this person would have did that. It just took you by surprise. Or we thought they were different. Like, out of everybody that I ever knew, or if I was in a relationship with this person, like your relationship, you never would have thought that person would have did that because you thought they were different. You thought they were safe, that you didn't have to worry about that with them. You thought this was your bad, like you would have never thought. Out of all the people, you thought this person was safe. And then they hurt you and it crushed you because you never thought, your expectation was never for them to do it. hmm Or you thought they would show up in a different way. You thought because you had the conversation, you guys talked ahead of time, you have explained to each other all the pain that, you've been taken through, the things that people took you through. They explained what other people took them through, and you guys vowed you would never do that to anybody because you know how it felt, and then they turned around and did it anyway. So you thought they were going to show up and they were going to be somebody that was going to treat you differently because of what they had been taken through, and you know the pain that they went through, and they know that you would never have betrayed them. You would have never done that, but then they turned around and did it. That is earth shattering. That is crushing. So is that the root of the problem? Because when that breaks, and when that hurt, that's so hurtful, and it breaks, it hits deeper. It hits deeper than the average person doing it or the average people doing it because you never expected it from them. You never thought they would do this. You never thought they would show up. Once you got in a relationship, you never thought they would have did this. You thought they were going to be a provider, a protector, provide you with a safe environment. You thought they were going to just be, honest, genuine because of everything you guys have discussed and because of what they showed you or what you thought or what your expectations was based off of your conversations. And that is what hits deeper. But sis, healing requires honesty. So you got to tell yourself what broke, where the pain is, where was the break in all these things I just discussed. Which one was it? Because that's how you're going to start to heal once you can identify it. And not to blame yourself, but to understand what you are holding on to. It's not to blame yourself saying, oh, I shouldn't have did this, I should have known better. It's not for that at all. It's to understand where the break is. What are you holding on to? Because sometimes we place expectations on people that only God can fulfill. Okay? Let me tell you again, sis. This is to free us, like, and you know, it helps me to help you. But I want you to know this stuff because it's gonna help free you. So again, sometimes we place expectations on people that only God can fulfill. They're not God. They are human. They're flawed just like we are. They make mistakes, you know. It's two imperfect people getting together, or imperfect people that you're dealing with in whatever the situation. It may not even be relationally. It may be a parent, it may be a sibling, it could be a friend, it could be a group. Put it wherever it fits. But we place expectations on people that only God can fulfill. And when they fall short, it leaves us hurt. It leaves you confused. But here's what I want you to hear: healing does not mean that you stop loving. Healing does not mean that you stop loving. It means love with wisdom. It means that you trust God while also paying attention. Let me say it again. It means that you forgive, but it also means that you trust God while also paying attention. Loving with wisdom. It means that you trust God also while paying attention. It means you forgive, but also create those boundaries. Because forgiveness is what restores your heart. Yes. But boundaries is what's going to protect it. Yep. And we are allowed to have both. Okay? Okay. Remember that. So if you've been trying to heal but also protect yourself, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. You're just learning to have that balance. And if you don't know where to start, I'll give you a prayer to start with. You could say, Lord, heal my heart, but also teach me how to move with wisdom. I'll say it again. Lord, heal my heart, but also teach me how to move with wisdom. Because that's where your true healing is going to begin. Okay? So, sister, I hope this message helped you. And if it did, please like and subscribe. Please let me know in the comments or give me a thumbs up to let me know that this helped you. If it resonated with you, if you can take any of this, these tools to help you. And I really hope it resonated and it helped you. But please comment, like, subscribe. And as always, I'm wishing you peace, love, joy, and happiness. Okay? Have a great day.